This is a
Squad. What's up? What's up?
That ball is belted. Welcome in Carlos Gomez. Hello. Goodbye.
Oh man, yeah. We rockin' now for real. Yeah. BS3 Sports. Okay. Sports news, get it first when you're getting off of work. Even when you're at work, acting like you're working hard when you're hardly working. I'm a maverick like Dirk, getting Franklin's like Kirk. Hold up, boy. X Squad, you don't know them boys? Being talking facts on every topic. Overall, we just talking noise, just being boys. Covering Texas sports in them tall hills. That with the fake pass over to Elliott. Better guard your grills like a car for real. Yeah, Cowboys gonna bring a bowl back, Lord, will it? Yeah, Mavericks gonna bring a ring back with Mark in it. We live sports, we talk sports, we dream sports, we eat sports. The teacher about to teach the course. Welcome to BS3 Sports. Gross. Oh man, yeah.
Welcome to the weekend wrap-up show, episode 138. I will give a shout-out to my quarterback, the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, Dak Prescott. Today is his birthday. Shout out to him. In the words of Terrell Owens, T.O., that's my quarterback. That's my quarterback. So happy birthday to Dak. Shout out to J.B. Jennings in the building first. We got a great show planned for today. Going to be recapping WNBA have their All-Star weekend. Got some NFL news and notes. Got Major League Baseball news. We got UFC 240. And we had boxing and the Benny Awards to the top performers of the weekend. Y'all know how we do it on this show. Put those in the chat room whenever you feel ready. Shout out to Said Galloway. The show right here and right now is on X Squad Radio. Much love to everyone in the X Squad. Much love to everyone tuning in to the show, either live or via the podcast. Much love and appreciation. And also on Rapture Ready Radio. Shout out to my people over there and the No Phony Podcast Network. So you can hear the show on a lot of different avenues. If you are an iTunes and iPhone person, leave a review, subscribe, and like the show on iTunes, or Apple Podcasts is what they actually call it now. You can find it on Spotify as well. Shout out to Big L. Thank you for tuning in. But man, it was not really, it wasn't that exciting of a sports weekend. You did, like I said, you had some boxing, you had the WNBA. You didn't have any like blockbuster trades or anything like that going on, but there was still some exciting times. So you definitely got to give that. We're in the dog days of summer, so you definitely have Major League Baseball going on hot and heavy, thinking about your Major League Baseball team or rooting for whoever your team is. But I wanted to start off talking about the WNBA. WNBA had All-Star Weekend. That's each sport has their All-Star Weekend. They have their festivities, whatever activities that they do. And this weekend was the women's. So I want to talk about that for a minute. Shakina Strickland wins the three-point contest presented by Mountain Dew. She was the three-point champion. Also, Diamond DeShields won the skills competition. And Diamond DeShields also is the sister of Delino DeShields, who plays for the Rangers. So they have a pedigree in that family. And also, their father played Major League Baseball. So it's not just one or two people in that family that are athletes. There's three. The daughter, Delino DeShields Jr., and the dad, if you remember him, If you're a Major League Baseball fan, you hear him ZP with Expos back in the day. So that's a little bit of a highlight, flashback right there. Then we had the WNBA All-Star Game. So shout out to the ladies, Brittany Griner and the All-Stars put on the show 129-126. Team Wilson over Team Della Donna. Brittany Griner had 3 dunks, had a 2-handed jam. Also, Liz Cambridge dunked. She was a member of the Dallas Wings. She's no longer a member of the team. And yeah, Big L, no dunk contest. No. Sorry. No dunk contest in the women's. We probably won't. I don't think we'll ever see that. But they some of them do have some ups. Some of them do, but the majority of them, I'll just be honest, that they don't. But the WNBA All-Star Game went down, and the winner of the MVP was Erica Wheeler. And during her speech, she was dedicating it to her late mother, and she said, "This one right here is for you, Mom." And she was in tears. It was a very emotional speech, but it was something that you could tell. Shout out to my pops. Thank you for tuning in. You can definitely tell that there was some raw emotion there, that she has worked hard to get to this point. It's not hard to get to any type of professional level. It's not hard. It's not easy, I should say. It takes hard work, dedication. Her mom passed away while she was in college, so it was seeming like she was having a tough time. But you could definitely see that raw emotion, and I got much respect and love for anybody that's able to express and not be afraid to cry. Shout out to Miss Mocha Bella in the building. Thank you for tuning in to the weekend wrap-up show. Happy birthday, Dak. That's the title of the show. Dak Prescott turns, I believe it's 27 today. And that's my quarterback. That's my quarterback, in the words of T.O. Which I think he is going to get paid by the Dallas Cowboys. Also, I want to give another shout out to my man Dame Lillard. Not just because he continues to stay in Portland with a team that 9 times out of 10 is not going to win anything anytime soon. But he continues to stay in Portland. Not for that reason, though. Story came out this weekend that he not only bought some shoes for some kids, but he came up to these kids, I think it was 3 or 4 of them, and he said, you can buy 5 pairs of shoes each, grab whatever y'all want. And what do kids love growing up? Shoes. A lot of kids love shoes. I love shoes growing up. I would love to go to the store to get some Jordans, get whatever the latest shoe was. So huge shout out to Dame Lillard, man, putting the money not just in the community, not just putting it out there, but going to certain kids and giving them something that will have a memorable experience. And when they get older, maybe they would want to do the same thing. You're planting a seed for the future as well. So shout out to Dame Lillard, hooking some kids up with some shoes. Shout out to Mo Cheese. Thank you for tuning in. Grits Lawn Service. If you're in the Atlanta area, hit up my boy Grits Lawn Service. Put that info in the chat room for any people that are in the Atlanta area. Also, for those of you that are tuned in, listening in the background, first of all, thank you. Second of all, join in on the show conversation. It gets interactive. I will give you a shout out. You will definitely know that you are appreciated. You will know that you're appreciated on this show. So come through, join in. If you're listening to it afterwards, you can send me a message on any avenue of social media or at BS3 Sports. So email BS3 Sports at Outlook.com. But Dame Lillard loves the kids, taking care of the kids. Not only taking care of them, but hooking him up with some shoes. Doesn't get any better than that. Shout out to Courtney Harden. Big L says, Ben had that Jordan's money. We were broke. Payless was my friend for shoes. And a lot of the time, that was when I was in high school, working part-time job. Me and my dad, we used to clean up the church, so I got a little bit of money from that. But it definitely wasn't for free. I wasn't getting any free pair of Jordans. All right, so on to the NFL news from the weekend. The story comes out that both Dak and Amari are at Cowboys camp, and they say they're not worried about negotiating new deals. And I think that's really these two guys' personality, though. I was not expecting Dak to hold out. I was not expecting Amari to hold out. I wasn't expecting Zeke to hold out, but we can see now that has happened. We can see now that he's not at camp. And I don't know what it's going to take for him to get to camp. I don't know what's going to happen. To me, this is not a clear-cut. This is not a clear-cut situation where anybody could just say the Cowboys are going to pay all of these guys. The Cowboys are going to pay Zeke no matter what, even though Zeke is the engine in this offense. And you could see what happened when Zeke was not on this team for those 6 games that he was suspended. It was rocky. And I think the great 1-2 combination, Dak and Zeke are a great 1-2 punch that work well together. They do. And shout out to Courtney Harden, the Real Deal podcast, which will be coming back very soon, working with him on that. And when it comes down to it, you need both of these guys. You need both. Both of them work well together. If you don't have Dak, then that means you got to start over, which I really don't want to do that, because when you start over, you can end up being like the Browns. You can end up going 9 years, however how many years that was. It was a lot, but you can go 9, 10, 15 years without actually getting a good quarterback. And is that truly what Cowboys fans want? I don't think so. And again, happy birthday to Dak, title of the show. I believe he's turning 27. Somebody looked that up for me. I looked it up earlier, but I did not write it down. But that's quarterback. This is my quarterback. I'm having problems watching the NBA dunk contest. Please no WNBA contest, says my pops. The Eagles. Shout out to Chief Rocka in the building. His show just ended. Go back and listen to that on Chief Rocka Jersey Vern station. But the Philadelphia Eagles, let's talk about them for a minute. Let's talk about how they continue to go after the Cowboys' seconds. And why? Why do they do that? Why? You ask, why do they do that? Because they want to be the Dallas Cowboys. Why do you continue to pick up players that are so washed up? You pick up DeMarco Murray, you don't use him properly, and he ends up going to another team. So this weekend, they decided to pick up a Dallas Cowboys cornerback. No, it's not Deion Sanders. No, it's not anyone that is relevant. But they pick up Orlando Scandrick. When was the last time Orlando Scandrick was good? Hey, if that's what you guys want to do, I'm all for it. Take him. Hopefully he ends up costing you multiple games. And you can hear the dislike of the Eagles. But on the front of Orlando Scandrick, get your money. I'm not going to hate on you about you getting your money, but I am going to hate on the Eagles because I have to. It is mandatory. It is not optional.